You know, when I reacted to the trailers for this movie, I said that they reminded me quite a bit of an Adam Sandler, a current Adam Sandler movie, where Adam Sandler basically gets a movie studio to pay for him and his friends to go on a fabulous vacation. Now, this film was actually shot largely in Georgia. So it's not like everybody got an all-expenses-paid trip to Africa, but you can clearly see that everyone had a very good time. And you'll have a good time watching this movie as well, but I wouldn't exactly call it a proper sequel to Coming to America. So allow me to explain. So Eddie Murphy really has gone full Adam Sandler, and there's nothing wrong with that because Adam Sandler is extremely successful. He not only makes a lot of money, but he's built himself a comedy empire from producing films for himself, but also he produces quite a bit of television. I think some of his shows have recently been canceled, but he's very prolific. And Murphy actually hasn't done that. You might want to consider it, to be honest. But anyway, like Sandler, Murphy's earlier work is edgier, like the first Coming to America, but his current work is very family oriented. And this is very family oriented. It doesn't have, I laughed a lot watching this movie, but it's not like a Nutty Professor kind of film. And Murphy did a lot of more family-friendly material in the middle of his career, which was quite successful for him. But I think, people are expecting the Coming to America Murphy. So again, I like this movie, but I'm just trying to prepare you for a curveball. Although, like Sandler, there's still plenty of saucy comedy here as well. This is just on the edge of not being family appropriate. Now, Coming to America actually spends almost no time in Queens. It's like the reverse of the first film. And there's also very little time with Murphy and Arsenio Hall. In fact, it's surprising how little material Murphy has given himself. The bulk of Murphy and Hall's jokes are as their alter ego characters, who are all very funny, but I'd have liked to have spent more time with Prince Akeem and Semi themselves, as we did come to really care about them from the first movie. Now, who's the culprit here? I suspect it's Kenya Barris, who worked on this screenplay with the two original writers from the first movie, and it really plays like Blackish Zamunda style. Blackish, of course, being the show that Kenya Barris created and made him a brand in Hollywood. So that means basically Coming to America is really about the next generation in a very sweet way that's very clever from a writing perspective. But again, it's not quite, I think, what everybody was expecting, but also it spotlights a lot of strong up-and-coming talent, which we'll talk about in a moment. A lot of great talent on display here. But for those of you who are interested in old favorites, wow, Wesley Snipes really delivers. He, of course, is best known for Blade and his action roles. I mean, he did do White Men Can't Jump, but he mostly did action movies over the course of his career. And I had no idea Snipes was so damn funny. I mean, of course, you might be like, well, what about White Men Can't Jump? He's even funnier here. He's the funniest person in this movie. And there's a lot of competition here for that prize, but he is hilarious. I'd say he actually does steal the show with his fantastic physical comedy and the pageantry of his royal introductions. From how he himself is introduced, that MC did a great job. That was very well written. That was more like the original Coming to America. And then also his stunning daughter, played by Tiana Taylor. Her introduction is one of the best moments in the movie. Basically, every time Snipes literally entered the room, because they put on a show, the movie got turned up a notch. I loved it. I also thought our brief glimpse of Nextdoria was hilarious. And quite frankly, one of the main reasons I would love to see a Coming to America 3 is to see what mischief Snipes' family and country might get up to next. I love that. And I loved his interactions with Murphy's Akeem. I would really like to see more of those two kings interacting. And, I like what we got here, but I'm like, the movie, I guess in a good way leaves you wanting more, but it's weird they didn't just give it to us now. But speaking of kings, would you like to eat like a king? Well, if you sign up for HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit, you'll get amazing meals delivered directly to your door. Just the right amount of ingredients makes it cheaper than groceries, and you get easy instructions on how to make hot, fresh dinners in 30 minutes or less. Look at some of this month's meals. They change it up every week. You've got lobster-filled ravioli with shrimp, Bayou-style crispy tilapia, and beef flautas supreme. You pick how many meals a week you want, for how many people, and what kind of meals that you want, from calorie smart to family friendly to my favorite after a busy day, quick and easy. Just go to hellofresh.com/BTT12 and use code BTT12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping. And the link is down below. But again, you want to go to hellofresh.com/BTT12 and use code BTT12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping. Now, speaking of family friendly, let's talk about this new generation of Zamunda royals. Kiki Layne does a great job once again. She's so great. She's on the cusp of superstardom. I can just feel it as Murphy's oldest daughter. But just like Zamunda wants a male leader, it seems that Coming to America wants a male lead, as Layne is largely sidelined throughout the film for Jermaine Fowler playing Murphy's long-lost son. Now, don't get me wrong. Fowler also does a great job. He has, by the way, a hilarious scene with Colin Jost, who we just saw in Tom and Jerry. Colin Jost is on fire, and he does a great job here, too. I love it. Colin Jost is really leaning into basically the way Michael Che makes fun of him every week on Weekend Update, and it's working for him. He's laughing all the way to the bank. And Fowler's romance with South African superstar Nomzamo Mbatha is really sweet. In fact, Mbatha is a major talent. She leaps off the screen. She's so likable. And I know there's been some articles about her in the last few weeks where she's like, Hollywood, here I come. And she might be right. I can see major crossover potential for her. I think she's very, very talented. And but the thing is that we just spend most of the movie with Fowler, and while he ends up having a lot of similarities to his long-lost father, which again is clever from a writing perspective, we all showed up to see Eddie Murphy, so you really have a bait and switch. I mean, this movie is really, it's the Jermaine Fowler movie, and he's great, but he's not Eddie Murphy, and this is Coming to America too. Also, there's a very large cast to balance out here. Leslie Jones, Tracy Morgan, Sherry Headley, James Earl Jones, and John Amos. The script does a nice job giving everybody a moment to shine. Although, Garcelle Bouvet, who made a big deal about filming this while she was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills last season, doesn't get a single line. Wow. I mean, I wonder, I'm not watching that show anymore because I'm so upset with Lisa Rinna, and Erica Girardi to some degree, but, I hope nobody gives Garcelle a problem over that because I like Garcelle quite a bit. All right, so anyway, sorry Garcelle, I can't watch the show because those women are horrible. All right, so anyway, there are a lot of fun cameos in Coming to America as well that I won't ruin here. They were great. So while Coming to America doesn't have any of the edge or cleverness of the original film, I know, it's still a lot of fun. I had a smile on my face the whole time and I laughed a lot. It's a great streaming movie. You're going to have a really good time watching this at home. And as I said, it left me wanting more. I would like a third film. I'd like a little bit more edge and cleverness if possible. So with all due respect to Kenya Barris, I think he's kind of thrown off the mojo of this brand, of this franchise. I don't think Coming to America should be like Blackish. I think it should be like Coming to America. And, Murphy does have some, now that I think back on it, he does have some nice moments, but it's just, it's a little bit off from, I think, what everybody wanted. But what they do give you is still really, really enjoyable. So Coming to America hits Amazon Prime this Friday. It was sold to them by Paramount. It still has the Paramount logo in front of it. So enjoy your trip to Zamunda. Share your thoughts down below, subscribe today, and of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.